A very warm welcome from our London office again to my weekly update. Now, I mentioned last week that I'd met with the Secretary of State for Department of International Trade, Liz Truss, and the Secretary of State at DEFRA, George Eustice, and I just wanted to update you on those meetings because I think Liz Truss is really recognising the important role that this Agricultural Trade Standards Commission has to play. And we feel very strongly, as you all know, that this has to have a statutory footing. This is why the process of the amendment, journeying through the House of Lords and then remaining in when it gets to the House of Commons, is so critically important. I think the Secretary of State has really got her head around now the need for expert independent advice, hence the role of the Commission, the need to have that continuing advice to Parliament for the entire duration of free trade agreement discussion and debate, so allowing Parliament to scrutinise. I think the tricky area is that we strongly feel that Parliament must have the final say on free trade agreements. You saw it with the UK-Japan deal. The Japanese Parliament ultimately will be ratifying that deal and will have the final say. We don't have that available to us as yet within our own Parliament, and we feel very strongly this is about democracy, this is about MPs being able to truly represent their constituency, farmer and grower members. And also, as you know, with 1 million people backing our petition, consumers feel very, very strongly about this. You know, the British public has spoken out. So it's in everybody's interest that we agree this democratic procedure going forwards. A good meeting with George Eustice as well. I know growers across the country desperate to know what the rollout of the seasonal workers pilot is going to look like. I really urged him to provide clarity on that as soon as possible. And it is also party conference season kicking off this weekend. And it starts, of course, as always, first with Labour. And I'm delighted that Stuart Roberts, our Deputy President, will be live in conversation with the Shadow Secretary of State, Luke Pollard, on Monday evening. So please do get your questions in advance. I think it'll be a fascinating conversation that Stuart will be having with Luke, and please make sure you're actively engaging. Then, of course, it's followed by the Lib Dems. Tom Bradshaw will be leading those discussions, and I'll be picking up with Conservatives at the end. And really great news is the fact that our Farmvention competition, which is all about getting farming, food production into schools, that has just kicked off again. Now, in the last 2 years, we've engaged with over 5,000 children. And this year, of course, we roll out the competition into secondary schools as well. And the subject title is The Greatest Global Challenge That We Face, which is climate change. And of course, huge interest from young people. And it really gives us the chance to be able to show that we can produce carbon neutral food, we believe, by 2040, and that farmers are the solution and not the problem to climate change. So I think a great way of engaging. It's proved really, really popular, not only with the kids, but equally as importantly with the teachers as well. So that is it from me, a whirlwind trip through what is going on. Better weather. I hope you're all having it as well. It's been very sunny for 2 days here in London. But I really look forward to speaking to you next week. And as ever, please do take care. Thanks so much.